All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded at the 2. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Mariota to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays. So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive? I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands. But he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. Detroit! 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 On third down, Rosen. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's a giant. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Detroit! On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They pitch out to Howard. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Mariota now from the 50. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rosen to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They go play action. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the handoff, this is Howard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Howard, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Mariota now on second down, and that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On third down, Mariota. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A give to Howard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that will get them one closer. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
No, Jack, Patriot! Watch him now, Barney!
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Ajayi. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Lucky 56.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now he goes spin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And an alley to run. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Where are they, team?
Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Right there. 54, right there.
Now Rosen. It's complete, left side to Aguilar. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Four down. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Mariota on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running with Howard. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the read option, it's Mariota. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Prater on to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Hot.
And now it's Rosen looking. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Ajayi, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now it's Rosen. Letting one go deep for a noon one. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
I know it looks easy to a lot of people when you're kicking the ball. I mean, it looks pretty simple, right? Snap, put it down, kick it. But playing in the snow, that can throw off your timing just a bit, and that can wreak havoc, as we just saw there.
Well, it throws off the timing, and I just think it's an extra advantage for the team that's coming in to block it because they've got a hold on the offensive side, and, of course, the kicker and holder and snapper, they've got a lot to deal with.
What can't be underestimated is the person catching the ball, the holder, and putting it down. You're talking about cold hands, snowy weather, the ball can get slippery on you. It's a lot of extra pressure on that person.
And they're able to get it down, but a nice job to get in and block it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And now running right through it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gun!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Fourth down. Here's Rosen. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will take over. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Nigel Bradham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Detroit! Gun! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And now if they convert the extra point, the Lions will have the lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Over!
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Rosen. And he connects with Ertz. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with a giant. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
They get it to him running left. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Hot.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.